Ladies and gentlemen,
we are back.
Back is an understatement. We are live, and we are here for BCW.
It's been months.
Yeah, it's Bluegrass Championship Wrestling. I'm Jeff Jefferson alongside Tommy Thomas, and we are here live at BCW Bluegrass Championship Wrestling. And ladies and gentlemen, do we have an exciting night set up for you as we're kicking things off with the Kings of Violence taking on the OCK.
Aftershock and Deadlock. I almost said Roadblock, but now he's in the locker back there.
Well, Roadblock's, he's a part of the OCK alongside them and with them as well. Making their way to the ring, though, at this time, your BCW Tag Team Champions. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the Kings of Violence as they set to make their way here to the ring on Bluegrass Championship Wrestling.
The Violencia and the Pharaoh, which Violencia
stands for violence, and the Pharaoh's kind of like a king, so that's why they call themselves the Kings of Violence.
Violencia means violence in Spanish.
That is correct, Tommy. You've been touching up on your Spanish, I see. Anyways, there they are, your Bluegrass Championship Wrestling Tag Team Champions. They are here. Oh, we got a hot mic here. Let's turn this down. And here is 2/3 of the OCK. As you mentioned, Roadblock's been barred from ringside tonight, so Roadblock won't be allowed down by ringside to, take place in this match or have any interference. As here in Bluegrass Championship Wrestling, we try to keep it as fair as possible.
Yeah.
Who do you have to win this match, Tommy? Who do you think it's going to be? Do you have any favorites? Do you have any pick for the match?
Well, there's no favorites in here, but I'll say that OCK will probably win because they're big boys.
I'm sticking with the tag team champions. I'm going with my boys, the Kings of Violence, because those are my boys. They're the Kings of Violence. That they're the BCW Tag Team Champions.
I know. But OCK, they're big boys.
They're definitely some large dudes, and they're definitely not anyone to mess with. But they can be dangerous in the ring. But the Kings of Violence, they're carrying the gold. You see right now to the face of the Pharaoh as Deadlock takes the head and bounces it off the turnbuckle.
The
with
dead
a huge
strike?
I guess that's what he calls that clothesline in the corner there. But he definitely just about took his head off. Working away on his arm as he has him down on the ring.
Going in with the tag.
An early tagging in Aftershock, and it's tag team action, or not action.
Oh, what a splash.
It's tag team skills that it takes like that. And veteran skillmanship, craftsmanship, and the tags back and forth that's going to get him through this match and help him pick up the win in this match, Tommy.
I know.
But the Pharaoh's now in control, getting the Kings of Violence back in this thing as you see a slap to the chest and a huge right elbow. And an uppercut from Aftershock. Lifting him up, going for a powerbomb, but no, the Pharaoh says no and gives him a couple of right hands to the face. Dropping a DDT on him, dropping him on his head right there in the corner, right around his partner. Is he going to tag his partner, and what's he going to do here? It looks like he's going to work on the arm, going for a submission now, a reverse arm bar. You going to say anything, Tommy Thomas?
I don't know what to say. Like should I say a metaphor or something like that?
Well, let's talk about Bluegrass Championship Wrestling. Here we will, we're going to be on air once a week here on AB Start on YouTube, and it's a great opportunity for everybody to tune in and check out Bluegrass Championship Wrestling, Tommy.
Yep.
This is top tier internet wrestling right here at its best. Here you see the Pharaoh and Aftershock taking blows with each other, throwing blows one-on-one right here in the middle of the ring. But even though it's a tag team match, it's one-on-one. And hang on, let me finish my thought, Tommy. We talked about this before the air. We've known prior in your history at other jobs commentating, you like to cut people off, but that can't happen here today on BCW. Go ahead.
Okay. Speaking of, there's one wrestler that just released an album. Trap Steve, he released a new album called Greenhouse. Y'all should check it out.
Yeah. We do have competitors here who are multi-talented, multifaceted. As you mentioned, Trap Steve just dropped a musical project, an EP, so to say, titled Greenhouse that just released on March the 4th.
Yep.
Now, let's get back to this action, Tommy. Pharaoh tagging in Violencia. Aftershock tagging in Deadlock. It looks like it's going to be Deadlock and Violencia squaring off. No, but Aftershock causes the distraction, and Deadlock picks him up. Violencia going for a power bomb. It looks here. Going to carry him across the ring. What's going on here? And power bombs him in his own corner. You know, that's smart tag team maneuvering there on the hand. I can't talk, Tommy. But anyways, that was an intelligent, brilliant move by Deadlock to keep him in the corner, to keep him isolated away from his partner, to work away on Violencia, because, you know, he's a fresh man. He's been over in the corner. He's ready to go. You know, he's ready to attack whoever. So, you're going to help me out here with this commentating job, Tommy?
Okay. So we have some wrestlers that I know from other jobs that came in here, but they changed their names, which I'm spilling the beans.
You can't spill the beans. You know, they might have had another name in another federation, or you know, they might have had another name one day in time. But Tommy, this is BCW. All we are concerned with is what's in front of us now. Living here in the now, in this moment. Let's take a look in this moment as the Pharaoh going for a pin, about picking up the victory, but it was broken up by Deadlock. Deadlock throwing out on the floor here at ringside as Violencia and the Pharaoh have control of this match. Aftershock is being grabbed by the Pharaoh and thrown into the corner here. The Pharaoh climbing to the top rope.
Oh.
What's he going to do? Look at the strength of the Pharaoh picking up Aftershock, lifting him off the ground. That's no small man, Tommy. That is no small man indeed.
I know.
He's a big individual.
I think he called that the Egypt something.
I don't know what it called, but it definitely looked effective. Violencia throwing Deadlock into the corner. Both members of the OCK in the ring attacking Violencia, and I don't know if the ref's going to make a count here or get the other man out of the ring. I know Deadlock looks a little dazed there. There we go. He's getting out of the ring. Aftershock in control of Violencia, and a huge big splash.
I've heard that Violencia's favorite type of match is probably a hardcore match.
It very well is. And speaking of hardcore, Tommy, here in the near future in BCW, we will be introducing a hardcore title.
In a hardcore match, maybe?
All matches, I would assume, in a hardcore title match will be hardcore. But there'll be more details to come into the future, as there'll be a day and time for the hardcore title. Hang on there, Tommy. But it's in the process. We're waiting for the belt, but we definitely will be seeing a hardcore title to accompany our Bluegrass heavyweight champion, one and only Big Daddy Dole, our light heavyweight champion, one and only Jeffrey Brett, or as you see in the ring, our tag team champions, the Kings of Violence.
Hardcore, and when we get hardcore matches in this show, y'all are gonna see blood, injuries, and more.
You know, they could see blood at any time, Tommy. It doesn't just have to be hardcore, because all of our competitors are full speed, 100%, all the time. They give it everything. And, the possibility of blood being spilled in this ring is, not impossible at all.
There could be some wired, what are those wires in hardcore matches? They have them outside.
Well, barbed wire is actually not allowed here in BCW. I don't know why that is, but it's just not allowed, Tommy.
But in other wrestling.
Perhaps it is. Blows to the gut there of Deadlock from the Pharaoh as you see his Egyptian slaps, as he calls them. Oh, and a neckbreaker suplex. Did you see that, Tommy?
Yes, I think he calls that the ancient suplex.
I think he calls that the rise of the Sphinx. I don't know, I could be wrong. Anyways, Aftershock breaking up the pin, but again, going, for another pin there as Aftershock back in the ring, breaking it up. Violencia going for a kick there. It looks like he might have made contact against Aftershock, but it didn't affect him. It didn't do much at all, if you ask me.
The Pharaoh looks like that one mummy from the 1995 movie, but a king.
Not to interrupt you, Tommy, but you see Deadlock there hit the dead shot on the Pharaoh, tagging in Aftershock. Now he will perform what he calls the Quake Drop. I think that's what he calls it, or I can't remember. Tagging back in Deadlock. Again, it's these tags like this that are going to help keep him in control. And what's going on here? The lights in the building just dimmed. I don't know what's going on. There they go. There, I don't know what the lights were flashing for there, Tommy.
Maybe
Violencia and Aftershock going at it. I don't know.
Maybe Dillon when he did the submission, he probably called it the blackout. That's why it probably went out.
Perhaps he did, or maybe it was some magical Egyptian power from the Pharaoh. Some ancient mythological power. I don't know. Going for the pin here on the Pharaoh, too, and broken up by Violencia.
It could be a shortage.
It very well could be. Violencia thrown to the outside. Looks like Aftershock's going to go after him. Action in the ring with the Pharaoh in control. What's going to happen here? There it is, the neckbreaker suplex, or the rise of the Phoenix, as we like to call it. Going for the pin here. 1, 2, Aftershock in to make the break.
Oh, the
Kings of Violence pick up the victory there,
You
Tommy.
predicted it.
I predicted it. You're right, because you would have to be a fool, Tommy, to go against the tag team champions. How are you going to pick someone else to beat the tag team champions? How do you pick opposite the champion? You think they're not the champion for a reason? Anyways, look at them celebrating the ring. There you see the Pharaoh picking up the pinfall on the Victory's team.
Cousin Buck versus Sidewalk SHEISTY.
That's right. As you just heard Tommy say, our next match that we have up for you here on BCW is Cousin Buck versus Sidewalk SHEISTY. As you hear the music, and there you see him, Cousin Buck set to make his way to the ring.
Sidewalk SHEISTY's entrance is kind of like a Bing Bong. Shout out to that one person who made that.
Side Talk New York, NYC, or
Sidewalk Talk.
What about? But he's not on there. Sidewalk SHEISTY is he's just from New York. He's from Brooklyn.
I know.
I don't get you sometimes, Tommy. Anyways, look, see, you got me saying anyways now. Look, here we have Cousin Buck making his way to the ring, now entering the ring, throwing his finger up. I don't know if he's saying he's number one or if that's his poo finger. I don't, this guy's kind of a weirdo.
Cousin Buck is from Kentucky.
If you ask me, he ain't really in the best shape. He doesn't look like a top-tier competitor if you ask me. But again, don't let shape fool you, because this is BCW, where we have nothing but men wrestling. No little boys. No young greenhorns. Nobody ill-experienced. We have only the best competitors, the most experienced competitors, the toughest, the strongest, the baddest, the most hardcore competitors, Tommy.
In this AB Star channel, which is the company that
where we air weekly, where you can catch Bluegrass Championship Wrestling.
Which is a channel.
Hold on here a second, I got to vibe out to Sidewalk SHEISTY here. Definitely one of my favorite competitors here on BCW. And listen to this crowd. Look at the charisma of this man. You can't put your money in this man's court and not be comfortable or feel safe about it. I would bet that this man is more likely to pick up a win 9 times out of 10 than against anybody else in Bluegrass Championship Wrestling. I think this man has a super bright future in front of him, and I think we're just getting started with what we're going to see from him. But look at the sheer size of him compared to Cousin Buck. What kind of game plan does Cousin Buck have?
Hey, what did you say?
Game plan.
Oh.
Get your mind out of the gutter, Tommy. Cousin Buck has to, what is he thinking taking on Sidewalk SHEISTY? Just look at the lethal blows there.
And
just what a combo there.
Sidewalk SHEISTY doesn't like the Cousin Buck with his belly open and that hair.
Yeah, look, there he was with a diving kick off the second rope. For a man this size and to move like he moves, it's just amazing. Good Lord, look at the knee to the face there. He's just destroying this man. What was Cousin Buck thinking? Exactly what was he thinking? To think that he could compete. He could compete with Sidewalk SHEISTY. It's not happening.
Look at the size of this man. He's
massive. He's massive, Tommy.
He's almost 7 foot.
I didn't quite get his full height, but looking from here at the ringside, he would look like he's pushing 7 foot very well. And look at the huge boot to the face.
The big boot.
Yeah, big boot knocking Cousin Buck to the outside, and a flying double stomp from 300 plus pounds onto the beer belly of Cousin Buck. And a huge missed backsplash. I told you, Cousin Buck doesn't even know where he's at. He might get a blow here or there, but it doesn't really do much to Sidewalk SHEISTY, as Sidewalk SHEISTY has pretty much controlled this match. And look, another massive knee to the face, and a huge boot to the sternum, now choking him with his own arm. But you got to get him in the ring, SHEISTY. He's not going to tap out here, and he can't tap out here. You're going to get counted out. Take him back in the ring and pin him or tap him out, because you pretty much controlled this thing the whole time. A second win is this from Cousin Buck? A desperate reach? No, he's not quite strong enough, throwing a couple punches, but it doesn't look like it's doing much. Okay, he's starting to get SHEISTY stumbled.
He's
reaching down low. He's reaching deep, Tommy. You can tell he's reaching deep.
He's probably trying to. He's
giving it all he's got, that's for sure. Cousin Buck, no, it didn't last long, Tommy. Here we go. Sidewalk SHEISTY hitting him with the Brooklyn knee.
He's dead. He did.
He calls that nothing but net. AKA the Brooklyn knee. AKA Sidewalk SHEISTY picking up a win over Cousin Buck.
Cousin Buck he almost kicked out.
He made quick work of that, I'll tell you that for sure. Sidewalk SHEISTY victorious against Cousin Buck here on Bluegrass Championship Wrestling. And ladies and gentlemen, we hope you're enjoying yourself tonight with all this hot action, as it's only going to get better as we're set up next to see our Bluegrass World Heavyweight Champion, Big Daddy Dole, taking on Red Cooley.
Now look at the size of Big Daddy Dole.
Well, that's why they call him Big Daddy Dole there, Tommy. But don't let the size of Red Cooley fool you. He might be smaller framed, but the man moves like a spider monkey, if you ask me. He's all jacked up on Mountain Dew 24/7, coming from the hills of Corbin, Kentucky. And there he is, ladies and gentlemen, your Bluegrass Heavyweight Champion. He is Big Daddy Dole. Look at him flexing at the camera, taunting the cameraman there.
Everybody is having flashing lights today.
Yeah, this is the beast. Everybody has their own entrance, Tommy, and they all like the lights, and they all like to do what they like to do, or have the entrance they like to have. I don't really know what to say. I don't know why you talked about the lights, Tommy, but the lights are pretty.
Now, Big Daddy Dole, his outfit, he was gonna go with the color black, but it got changed to blue.
Well, he's wore black in his attire before, Tommy. Our competitors have a multitude of attires. They don't just wear the same thing. This isn't no ordinary wrestling show. This is Bluegrass Championship Wrestling, Tommy.
Yeah.
And there you see the crazy man coming out the dark, Red Cooley. He doesn't like it too bright in here because he's probably got a hangover. Anyways, this man, as he likes to say, take this L, want to hold this L, as he likes to hand out losses. And look at him pent up there. He's probably jacked up on Mountain Dew before his match. Or he probably had a lunch of Mountain Dew. What do you think, Tommy?
I think that this guy, he looks like he's a little bit of Irish. Speaking about...
I don't know what. You can't just call someone Irish because of the red beard, Tommy. Don't you know this is the day of politically correctness, or the days of politically correctness? He's a ginger. He's the ginger that's handing out L's. No, I'm just teasing you. I think he might actually be Irish, but we can't just call someone Irish because of their red beard. You don't want to get fired, do you, Tommy?
Nope.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, he's speechless. Oh, look at our heavyweight champion, though. Let's talk this match, though, Tommy. Let's talk about the match. Our heavyweight champion, Big Daddy Dold, laying it in on Red Cooley, but you see the quickness of Red Cooley, and I'm getting text messages from the powers to be in the back, letting us know some more details about this hardcore title coming up. It looks like we're going to have a weekly series of matches, and 4 men will eventually qualify for a fatal 4-way for this hardcore championship, Tommy. And guess what kind of match it's going to be?
A hardcore match.
Yes, but more specifically,
an 8-man or 6-man?
A 4-man ladder extreme extravaganza.
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 Yes, a 4-man ladder extreme extravaganza. That means anything goes, and the first man to climb the ladder and walk to the top of the ladder and reach up and pull down that hardcore championship will be our first inaugural hardcore champion. And you know, we're not going to see him here tonight, but I would like to mention who I think should be in this qualifying matches, because I know he'll earn his way to the ladder match, and I know he'll win that ladder match, and that's Hardcore Harold, our very own hardcore legend, Hardcore Harold.
Okay.
See, ladies and gentlemen, this is the lack of respect that this man gives to his job and the competitors here in Bluegrass Championship Wrestling. Just like the lack of respect he's giving to this match. As you see Red Cooley coming at Big Daddy Dold like a spider monkey off the top rope, flipping and landing with a moonsault, lifting Big Daddy Dold up to the top rope. Big Daddy Dold says no, throws a boot to the face. Now he locks up with him, picks him up, and look at the pure sheer strength of Big Daddy Dold there, Tommy. Bending the man in half, right over the knee, just working on him. What do you have to say, Tommy?
I like to say that Big Daddy Dold is just dominating Red Cooley.
Well, right now he's dominating. That's right. Look at him just throwing Red Cooley across the ring. He is our heavyweight champion. I will say, you know, in past days he's been in better shape. He's looking a little plump these days. He's looking to be a little thicker.
Ow.
Oh, sorry. He's looking to be a little thicker than he has been in the past, but, you know, he's Big Daddy Dold.
You stepped on my foot.
I didn't mean to step on your foot, Tommy. 2. Big Daddy Dold going for a pin, but Red Cooley kicks out at 2. Kicks out at 2.
If Red Cooley is probably not going to get Big Daddy Dold.
Well, he's our heavyweight champion, Tommy. He is our heavyweight champion. He is the Bluegrass World Heavyweight Champion. And Red Cooley coming at him again like a spider monkey. It's that speed and agility that really makes him a top competitor and puts him, you know, into the edges of that heavyweight contendership. Even though he's not a heavyweight himself, he definitely, you know, is one of the top competitors in the rankings for that Bluegrass Heavyweight Championship. Totally missing a moonsault there. I don't know what he was thinking. Big Daddy Dold throwing him between the legs, calling for it. Is he gonna do it? No, Red Cooley reverses with some punches. He almost had him for the Daddy Dold bomb, but Red Cooley said no, and now he just hit him with a stunner.
2.
Or a cutter, I'm sorry. Big Daddy Dold kicked out.
Big Daddy Dold, he kind of looks like Aftershock with the colors.
You know, he very well may be. They may have, you know, similar color schemes. But this man, Big Daddy Dold, is our heavyweight champion. Aftershock is just a member of the OCK. Big difference, Tommy. Big difference. Anyways, Red Cooley in control here, throwing some right hands to the face of our heavyweight champion. don't let the size of Red Cooley fool you, Tommy. Again, he is a top-tier competitor. Reverse Spanish fly. I think he, all the Mountain Dew he drinks really keeps this man going.
1, 2.
It's going to take a lot more than that, Tommy. It's going to take much, much more to defeat our heavyweight champion. What's going on here? The agility again with the Frankensteiners. This man must love Frankensteiners, Hurricane Ranas. Anything he can use his legs and flips. He likes to flip around the ring. Throwing a series of combos of punches, a DDT there. Now what's going to happen here?
Red Cooley going on the top for a moonsault.
A jumping, spinning, inverted moonsault.
Going for the Solido del Sol.
I don't think that's what he calls that.
That's what it's originally called, but
I think he calls it over the hill.
Over the hill.
Big Daddy Doe kicked out. I think he calls it over the knobs. We don't call our moves by the name of the E's. Again, with another over the knobs.
2, 3.
Oh my gosh. Red Cooley just pinned our heavyweight champion.
We could have a match against Red Cooley and Big Daddy Doe for the championship.
Most would assume that, with him pinning our heavyweight champion, it would earn him a title shot, would this not make him the #1 contender? He literally pinned our heavyweight champion. They're just, and look at, Big Daddy Doe here. Doesn't look too happy. Knows that he's slipping up. Look at him there. Maybe it's his current physique catching up with him.
But next up, we got Troy Gates versus the John of Johns.
It's not the John of Johns. This is our main event. It's Troy Gates, and you saw the graphic there. It said Juan de la Juan.
I know, but I'm just saying it in English.
But he's not. His name is Juan de la Juan.
Juan de la Juan. Juan de la Juan.
Very well, Tommy. Very well. Troy Gates making his way to the ring here. And they like to call this man the Tornado because he's all over the ring like a Tasmanian devil, ready to attack. He's not somebody to be underestimated, Tommy.
I like to call him sometimes TJ Tornado.
Well, his name's not TJ, it's TG, Troy Gates.
TG Tornado.
Anyways, Troy Gates making his way, well, he's in the ring now, as he's set forth to take on Juan de la Juan. Here he is. Let's get ready for Juan de la Juan to make his way to the ring. And ladies and gentlemen, you're probably going to hear the crowd, celebrating and sing along with this man because he's definitely a fan favorite. There he is. Look at the energy he brings to the ring. Always high energy, always ready to party, to celebrate, living the best life that he could actually ever live.
And he has that thing, whatever it's called.
I don't know what his little musical instrument is there, but he, he likes to spin it around. There he is, Juan de la Juan.
It looks like the lights are scanning him, but they're actually not.
Well, the lights are, he's in the spotlight, Tommy. All the lights are, running by him over him. It's, it's bright in here. The lights just aren't sitting still. They're going crazy. Juan de la Juan, there he is. Definitely a fan favorite here on Bluegrass Championship Wrestling. Getting ready to take on Troy Gates.
I think he was saying John of Johns.
And he was saying
Juan de la Juan. Juan de la Juan.
Or maybe he was saying De la Juan, De la Juan, De la Juan. I don't know.
Now let's get this match started.
Juan de la Juan throwing a huge right elbow to the face of Troy Gates.
Now look at the size of Juan de la Juan.
Yes, he's definitely a big man. 6'3", 240 pounds, I believe, 250 pounds. He's definitely a top-tier specimen, and he's definitely in the best shape of his life, as he is what a champion should look like. Going for the pin here on Troy Gates, but no.
Already two?
Yeah, those right hands from Juan de la Juan, a former boxer, is no joke. those right hands are probably some of the most dangerous right hands in Bluegrass Championship Wrestling. I don't know what Troy Gates was doing there, in and out. Maybe he changed his mind on what was going to go on, but it leads him to an Irish whipping Juan de Leon into the corner, throwing a couple blows, taking his leg, working on the leg, and I guess, that would probably be his best bet, is to take out the legs of Juan de Leon, because this man kind of towers over Troy Gates, and if he can't stand up, he can't hurt him. And look at that corkscrew dive.
Both men are probably maybe or maybe not trying to push pressure.
Working on the arm there, but let's again talk about that corkscrew dive from Troy Gates. This is why they call him the Tornado. That corkscrew dive was so beautiful.
He's fast.
He's super fast, and he's super agile.
He's a cruiserweight.
He's super agile. This man can flip on the, what's that saying about a dime? On the flip of a dime or something like that. I don't know, but off the top ropes, taking it to the top, high risk, is definitely Troy Gates' personal choice. This is what he chooses to do. This is how he chooses to wrestle. This is the approach he takes every time, Tommy. There you see the boots to the face. To the face of Juan de Leon.
Oh, what a moonstar, or a shooting star.
Going again for number 2.
Shooting star.
Working his way to the top. Is he going to go all the way to the top now? Yes, he does, as he says, uno, dos, tres to Juan de Leon, as you see the triple moonsault there.
Or
Irish whipping.
shooting star.
Back to the corner he goes, as this seems to be a favorite place of Troy Gates. Again off the top ropes, and a huge drop kick as he held onto the hand there. To the outside as he's setting up a springboard attack here, Tommy. Waiting for Juan de Leon. No, I guess he changed his mind. I guess he just wanted to jump out there and get, cheer the audience on, or have them cheer.
That was his signature, or maybe not.
I think he calls that move FaceTime, Tommy. I'm looking over my notes here, and he calls that finisher FaceTime, but it really didn't do nothing to Juan de Leon.
As Juan de Leon going for a submission.
I think it might have busted open the face a little bit of Juan de Leon as I look at it here in the ring.
But a reversal from Troy Gates.
Yes, it is very true. There you see the blood on the face of Juan de Leon.
Oh, what a kick to the chest. Going on top of the corner.
Tommy, I was talking and you cut me off again. I'm going to have to take you in the ring and lay the smack down on you myself. No. You can see the blood upon the face of Juan de Leon as he was busted open on that FaceTime from Troy Gates. Juan de Leon going to the top himself, and a massive leg drop. A massive leg drop. 2, 3. That's going to put it in the books. Juan de Leon turning this thing around quickly and ending it. After seeing the blood on his face, it must have caused a state of rage. There you see his face covered in blood, because he quickly turned this thing around once he caught wind of the blood.
I don't know.
He put the leg or the thigh meat right across the throat of Troy Gates. And ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for joining us tonight on the premiere edition of Bluegrass Championship Wrestling. Here, live from Corbin, Kentucky. We thank you and good night.
Yes.